Governor Mike Dunleavy of Alaska. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well, Mark. How about you?
I'm doing great. I understand you got some floods or something going on up there. Am I wrong?
We have something going out here all the time, Mark. We had a glacial outburst, a flood in Juneau, and it happens now on a yearly basis, unfortunately. But the damage was a lot less this year than we thought it would be, and so there's been some work on the river down there with barriers. But always something happening in Alaska, Mark, whether it's earthquakes, winds, fires, you name it. It's the last frontier.
Well, speaking of which, you're having a big meeting there. I guess it's Friday, right? And Putin and the president. I remember reading where is it going to be? It's on the west end of Alaska, yeah?
No, it's going to be in Anchorage. It's going to be at the
I was close.
Military base, yeah. So it's a big state, Mark, but yes, Anchorage.
Yeah, okay. I'm trying to act like I know it, Governor. Come on now. Now, by the way, I think I told you before, I love these shows on Alaska where these guys, with the longest beards in the world are just living off the grid there, catching salmon. First of all, Governor, I have to be honest with you, I'm not big on salmon. So I wouldn't survive very well, I don't think, out there, even if I knew what the hell I was doing, which I don't. And my people, I'm Jewish. We eat salmon all the time, and I'm going, hold on now. I don't know about that. But anyway, let me ask you this. You're going to have to really step up security and everything, aren't you?
Yeah, and that's happening now. We've been working with the White House advance team since Saturday, several meetings. So being on the base makes it pretty secure. We're pretty confident there will be no issues or incidents. And the president's been here several times. Folks don't realize that the president refuels at Anchorage at the military base when he goes to Asia. So we've had the opportunity over the years to go on Air Force One and have meetings with them. And President Trump is a big fan of Alaska, and so it's great to have him back here.
Now, let me ask you this. Seward's Folly, they used to call this, right? When we bought, when we bought Alaska from the Russians, it was thought to be a real white elephant. Look what it turned out to be, a fantastic state, a beautiful state, incredible natural resources. And apparently that's still getting under Putin's skin, isn't it? At least he says it is.
Well, I can understand that because, as you said, it is an amazing state, and I think it was the deal not just of the century, but I think the deal of the millennium. To be honest with you, is $7.2 million for a state of this size. I think we return that every other day in oil, just on oil, and so no, it's an incredible state, Mark. I've been up here since 1983. I originally came from Pennsylvania, but this state is amazing, and just honored to be the governor of this great state.
Now that's very interesting. Where in Pennsylvania? I'm a Pennsylvanian originally.
You probably never heard of this town, Mark, but it was called Scranton. I'm the other guy.
Oh, you're the other Biden. I mean, you're the other guy. Very good.
I'm the other guy.
By the way, I've been to Scranton many times. People there want nothing to do with Biden. They don't remember Biden. The guy moved out of there. He was 5 years old. They moved to Wilmington. And they always talked about his roots in Scranton. And he only went back there, Governor, when he was running for office and so forth and so on. But so that's not really that long ago. Some 40-some years ago, you moved to Alaska. Now, I assume your parents moved and they brought you with them? No?
No. I moved right out of college. My parents lived their entire life in Scranton. I've got a brother that's still in Scranton. It's a great little town. A lot of folks that come from Scranton. Yeah, it's a great place.
So why did you do that? Why did you move to Alaska?
Always wanted to. I always loved the outdoors, Mark, and Alaska was the ultimate outdoors. When I moved up here, I lived in rural Alaska for almost 20 years. My wife is an Eskimo lady from above the Arctic Circle. My kids were born up there. They to this day, my three daughters work at one of the largest lead zinc mines in the world, at Red Dog Mine as an engineer, buyer, logistics officer. And so loved Alaska, loved the outdoors, and I'd have to live 8 lifetimes, I think, to experience everything in Alaska. Have you been to Alaska,
amazing?
Mark?
No, I haven't, but I've seen a lot of pictures.
We got to get you up in the summertime, and we'll get you something other than salmon, maybe halibut, cod, a few other things, okay?
I do like that. As long as they're breaded, I could eat anything, as long as it's breaded. Now, Governor, you used the word Eskimo. I thought that was banned officially by the woke world, and you say you married an Eskimo. Now, Don't we say Native Alaskan or something? What is the phrase, actually?
Well, we have 3 major groups of Native Alaskans, Eskimo Indian folks, and Aleuts, and it was President Obama that decided to ban the name Eskimo. And I asked my wife that question, and she said no one talked to her or her people. So she still refers to herself as Eskimo, and most of the relatives and friends that I know that are Eskimo refer themselves as Eskimo.
And what the hell's wrong with it? It's a perfectly fine name.
They had no problem with it. They just didn't understand why President Obama felt that he had to change the name.
Now, I have to disagree with the president on one thing. You know, we had Mount McKinley, and then Obama named it Denali, the great one. And then my caller started to call me Denali. And then I said that mountain was named after me. And then the president dared to rename it Mount McKinley. I mean, I'm offended by this, Governor. May I say?
Well, maybe he wanted to reserve the name for you, Mark, the great one, Denali.
Okay.
But no, we, it's been called Denali and McKinley. Denali is one of our Native Alaskan, our Indian names for the mountain, and most people refer to it as Denali, McKinley, or just the mountain. I mean, it is. We oftentimes just say the mountain.
You say that damn thing is standing in the way there. How the hell am I going to get around it? You ever do that?
No, but it's a beautiful mountain. You really need to get up here. You should come up here and do a show. I mean, we're on the verge of consummating one of the largest gas line projects in the world here, and we should know in about 2 months where that's going to go. And if it does, we should bring you up here and come up in the summertime, Mark. It's a little bit warmer than the winter, obviously, but we'd love to have you.
Now, you've invited me twice now, so I'm going to seriously talk to my wife about this. She'll go anywhere. She loves it. Me, I basically stay in a little hovel. Let me ask you this, Governor. Alaska is crucial when it comes to energy. So under the Biden regime and the Obama regime before that, they were choking you guys off as much as they could, right? And Trump has liberated the state, or is trying to liberate the state so he can tap into your resources. Do I have that about right?
You are spot on. The Biden administration brutalized us with 70 actions, federal actions. We had more sanctions against us, Mark, than Venezuela and Iran did by our own government. Yeah. And absolutely, President Trump has freed us. President Trump, in my opinion, has been the greatest president in the history of Alaska. Absolutely, bar none. The greatest. And what he's done in the last 6 months, I mean, every day you wake up, right, it's something new. And Alaska's got its own executive order from the president. We were the only state mentioned in the state of the state on our gas line. I mean, the list goes on and on. There's an affinity for Alaska that the president has that's almost it's difficult to describe and why. But we love the president, and he has set us free in terms of resource development, and that's exactly what we're doing.
And I don't want to put you on the spot, so let me ask you this. Would you ever consider running for the Senate?
Boy, Mark, my best answer for that would be being governor is the most exciting job I could ever imagine having. And, never say never, Mark, but right now I'm focused on Alaska and working with this fantastic president to move Alaska and this country forward. So talk to me in a couple years, Mark.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever see Sarah Palin up there? Do you guys ever speak? I'm just curious because it's such a damn big state,
Yeah, last time I saw Governor Palin was actually at the rally in Madison Square Garden for Trump. Saw her in one of the boxes, and we talked for a while. Like myself, she's traveling. She's in and out of the state. But I think she lives about 8 miles from me up in a little town called Wasilla. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Isn't that amazing? It's a massive state, and you guys live 8 miles from each other? That's kind of interesting.
Pretty much. Pretty much, yeah. It's a beautiful place where we live.
Is your legislature, I apologize, I didn't look it up, is it Republican, Democrat, split? What is it?
All of the above, Mark. It is a combination of majority Republicans that have formed caucuses with the Democrats, unfortunately. And
what?
Yes. It's that could be another topic for another show, Mark. But we elect a majority of Republicans. Alaska is interesting. We're the only state in the country that has only voted once for a Democrat president. That was 1964 for Johnson. Every election, we have voted red. There's no other state like us. Most of our statewide officials, whether it's Congress, senators, governor, usually are Republicans. Second Amendment state like no other. More retired veterans than any other place in the country per capita.
I didn't know that.
It's an incredible place. Libertarian overlay, so it's not red like some of our other, deep red, so like some of our other states. But nonetheless, it's been a bit of a challenge, but we're getting some things done up here, Mark, for the people of Alaska. And again, this Trump administration has just been absolutely phenomenal across the board for this great state.
In other words, you have a lot of Rand Pauls up there. Is that what you're trying to tell me, Governor?
Yeah, it's Rand Paulish to some degree, but again, we love our military, we love our police, we love our resource development, we love the Second Amendment, but there's the people through an initiative voted to legalize marijuana, and the legislature sometimes has its own ideas on how it should form itself up when it gets elected.
No, it's a beautiful state. And it reminds me of America like 100 years ago and so forth. I'm not saying there isn't technology and advancement. There's a lot of it. But it's such a big state, and it's real frontier land. I mean, I think, quite frankly, of Montana and Wyoming in that respect, too. But Alaska's it's just different. You know, Governor, you're a lot of fun, and you've got a lot of substance. It is fun to have you on. We got to do this again. I much appreciate you, my friend.
Any topic, Mark, and thanks for what you're doing. We listen to you a lot, and even up here in the great state of Alaska. So come on up and visit us. We'll take care of you.
I may well do that, the wife and I. God bless you, Governor.
Yes.
Thanks for spending a little time with us.